Okay, so a little bit about me is my name Brina, better known as Savage, better known as Brishana. Um, a little bit about me is that I'm a mother of five. I'm 32 years old, and I just wanted to take this time to just like give a little bit of encouragement to women like me that have been in things similar to my situation or maybe the same as my situation. And a lot of it derives from the way that I grew up as a child, the things that I was subject to in my life, and how I learned to become a woman and a stand-up woman is at that. I'm a Leo, so if you know about Leos, then you should understand me and how I feel. So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of what I've been writing about, and y'all can let me know what y'all think. It's only a little bit because I'm on my lunch break and I'm not done yet, but I'm gonna continue to write and continue to encourage myself and be, an encouragement to my children and my daughters because I have three of them, Jelani, Julia, and Jemiah. My oldest is 15, and I just really don't want her to have to go through life in the way that I did, even though she was already subject to a lot of things in this life off of my faults and my mistakes. But you live and you learn, and I love my children with all in me. So, but I'ma just give y'all a little bit. So take it how you wanna and listen. So I became her, the woman I feared most. Inside, I knew I was stronger. This wasn't my first encounter with a man. I found myself bound by codependency, and I couldn't find a way out. The more I allowed myself to stay, the more I found myself being broken over and over by the same spirit. I kept trying to understand him and tell myself that he didn't mean anything by the way he treated me. I found myself being naive and blind to a man all over again. I guess I didn't recognize my worth. Every day seemed like a bad day. The more I tried to love, the more I cried and cried. I kept praying for the day that I would take my crown back and stand as the queen that I know I am. Truth is, what we want isn't always what's good for us. I kept wondering in my mind, how could I be so gullible? I knew in my heart that what was best for me, that it was best for me to break away. But I felt like I had a purpose, like I had to fight for this one. He was he was everything I could ask for in my mind, but I knew also in my mind that I was wrong. No man could ever be for me this way. Every time I wanted him to just leave me alone, he would pop back in my life. Although it wasn't like I didn't want him there, because I did. I found myself allowing him to strip me of myself. I couldn't smile even when I was making progress. It hurt so bad to love him, but it hurt even worse to let him go. I guess most would say I was hypnotized. In the beginning, things always seem to be the way we want them, but I found that everything is perfect when you don't know a person. Life hasn't taught me my greatest lesson yet. What God has in store for me, I failed to see because I was too caught up in what I wanted. I didn't want to pretend that everything was perfect, because everything wasn't. How did it feel to be in a constant battle with the one that I love that turned into my enemy overnight? I knew everything to expect, but I chose to go my way anyway. The emptiness I still felt in my heart all over again. 3 years I gave him, and I felt he owed it all back to me. He always told me I was running from real love, but I guess my version of what real love was just a fairy tale that has sees yet to come true. I was wondering when enough was ever going to be enough. How could I cry out to God for a revelation about a relationship that was hurting me? Don't get me wrong, because boy, if I couldn't curse him out to make him want to leave by now, I was hoping that he would. But only knowing that it would hurt me because I stayed true even when I wanted to run. I stayed true. He showed me what loyalty got me. I was lost and couldn't be found. It hurts to love and not be properly loved in return. No woman deserves to be downplayed and not built up by the man she loves. He pretended to be the man I knew that he knew I needed in my life at the cost of my integrity. The more he did for me, the more he broke me down. I stayed down for the cause no matter what, though. I was foolish to ever think I had a point to prove by loving him. I was confused about his love for me all the time. And I knew better. I knew better. Stay down to the come up? That was a bullshit phrase I thought was a code to live by. But I played myself in the process. True enough, he stayed after the money, but at the cost of being put down for it, it was never worth it. I knew I had him wrapped around my fingers, and I knew not to trust that, because no matter the fact that I knew he wouldn't stop fucking with me, he still wasn't for me. My crown was tilted so far off my head, I must have been a damn fool not to pick that bitch back up and wear it like the queen that I am. Today I realized that I was a fool for too long, and I needed to place my crown back on my head properly. I was dying inside to be a Proverbs 31 woman. It was impossible to be her with him. All our insecurities and dysfunctions were brought to the surface. Pride had us both unwilling to let our guard down to each other. He was poison to me, and I was poison to him. And it had a lot to do with the fact that we both had a past. Okay, that's enough for y'all for right now. I'll give y'all some more later, but y'all let me know what y'all feel. Much love, Savage Love. Like I said, my Facebook is Savage Love Morris. I'm just now starting out with this, so it's a learning process. So let me know what y'all feel. Like, share, comment, whatever. I'm open to criticism. Long as it's positive criticism. Negativity, I really don't care about, because I'm still human. I'm still flesh and bones, just like a lot of us are. And we all go through things, and we all take ourselves through situations and circumstances that, a lot of time that could turn out to be good for us or not good for us. Life is a lesson, and you learn by repeated mistakes. That's just like I learned that the Bible. I asked myself, why does the Bible repeat itself? And, I looked it up, and I learned that the best way to learn is through repetition, So I have no problem with the things that I'm going through. It's a life lesson, and it teaches me to be stronger, and it teaches me to, what not to go through the next time. So like I said, y'all like, share, let me know, and I'll come back with more. And forgive me for my ashy lips, but I'm at work. I don't care. I'm about my bag, so hey, it's whatever. Again, just let me know what y'all feel. Much love.